Thomas Fulmer with Success Essentials, and this is your Results Matter moment number 38. Today we're going to be talking about understanding people. We deal with people on a day-to-day basis, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, employees, bosses, customers, vendors, suppliers. We're always dealing with people, and how effective we are at dealing with them determines how much success we have and the quality of relationships we have. Now, as we start to understand behavior styles, one of the things that we have to really realize is nobody is one type of behavior. No one is the same way all the time. They're different with different people in different situations. They may be different one minute to the next. And we have to be able to adapt to different behaviors we experience if we want to be successful in dealing with people. Now, in business, there's 4 basic behavior styles we're looking at for decision makers and employees. And that's kind of where we're going to focus today. We have direct, interactive, steady, and calculating types of behaviors. And this is what their primary is. It doesn't mean that they're not going to shift back and forth. It doesn't mean they don't have characteristics of the other. What I am going to go through with you is what the driving factors behind each behavior are, and give you a couple of resources you can use to expand your knowledge and your ability to deal with people. So the first thing you recognize about people is, are they more outgoing or they're more reserved? I've got a quadrant here to make it easy for you. With the top half is your outgoing, the bottom half is your more reserved. You can also think about them as faster paced, or you can think about them as slower paced. Notice the change in my speech as I lowered my voice, more steady, to fit this behavior style. That's an important characteristic to understand. So let's start with the outgoing and look at the left-hand side of this quadrant. This side over here is your task-oriented people. They're focused on the task at hand. Not that the people aren't important, they are. They're just not the primary concern. If we shift over to this side of the quadrant, these people are focused on the people. The people is their main concern. Who's involved? So this side over here is what? This side over here is who. Very important point. Now as we shift up to outgoing and task-oriented, that's your more direct people. That tends to be high-level executives. It's get it done no matter what. It's big picture, let the other people handle the details. What they're concerned about is the what of what's going on. And they're also driving factor is results for your direct people. Results is very important to them. So if you're selling to them, you have to sell the results. Now if we stay outgoing and shift over to the people side, this is your interactive person. The person that's involved in everything, energetic, they're outgoing. They like fun. They really enjoy recognition. It's a driving factor. Results for direct people, recognition for interactive people. And they're looking for the who. If you're selling to them or working with them, they want to know who else is going to be involved in the process, who else has used your product or service in the past. Now we slow down just a bit. On the people-oriented side, we drop down to more reserved or slower pace. These are your steady. They like status quo. They don't like change. They're also the ones that tend to be the gatekeepers. They start what they finish. They finish what they start would be an easier way to say that. They focus on the how. How is it going to be done? So if you ever happen to be selling to a steady behavior style, remember they're going to make decisions very slowly, and only if they're comfortable and like you will they move forward. And even then it will be a slow process. They're going to want to know how you're going to implement it. So we're going to talk about how we work together to make things happen. Now if we stay over here with the slower pace, the more reserved people, and we shift over to the task-oriented side, this is your calculating behavior style. They're your doctors, attorneys, the people who like details. Your accountants, for instance. And they're always going to focus on the why. They want to know why we're doing something. They're going to evaluate a decision from the perspective of what's our ROI, what's our return on investment, what other alternatives have we considered. Whereas this direct people are the big picture. These are all the detail-oriented people. And they may shift back and forth between these depending on what the situation is. Now if you understand these basic 4 types, you'll start to see things you didn't see before, which means now you'll be better at dealing with people. Last thing on this, the more task-oriented people, they focus on trust first. If they don't trust you, they're never going to get to like you. So trust comes first, relationship comes second. Whereas with people-oriented people, relationship comes first. You have to build a relationship with them, and then they develop the trust. And when you have both trust and relationship, that's when business gets done. That's when problems get resolved and people strengthen their relationships. I'm Thomas Fulmer with Success Essentials. This has been your Results Matter moment. And remember, what you don't know may be costing you more than you know.